divided. They can't organize, and if you don't organize, then things stay the same, and that's how they want it.
Yeah, and I think even amongst our own people as well, we've had these issues. We have trying to maintain our culture with the language and so forth, and then we have the people that are more, not that way. The city people who don't believe in the old ways, and there's that division there. And
Correct.
Yeah. So part of the what you guys are working on too is, I think, amongst all Native people, is this revitalization of our languages. So for so long we weren't able to speak our language or practice our religious ceremonies and so forth. Can you give us a little bit of information on that, and how that is going with the Nahuatl language?
Estaba platicando acerca, o sea, que ellos en su comunidad también ahora están peleando por tratar de recuperar su lenguaje, su lengua, y quiere saber en nuestra comunidad qué es lo que está pasando.
Bueno, lo que está pasando ahorita en México es básicamente hay un resurgir del pensamiento de la visión ancestral. O sea, se está volviendo a tener... se está mirando con respeto y se está aprendiendo, poco a poco se está aprendiendo nuevamente de lo antiguo.
What's going on in Mexico right now is resurrection, per se, of that consciousness, that that hunger for the old ways and old traditions, which of course is going to involve the language.
Yeah, language is just so. That's the culture. There's some words they're in English language or the Spanish language just don't explain the situation, or without that.
Yeah,
that
that's correct.
Yeah, a lot of times it just it's sad because you can't. You have meanings. We have poems. We have stories. We have songs that you really can't translate even into Spanish, which Spanish has become basically our modern language now, because that's been hidden, been lost.
Yeah.
So now we're trying to recuperate those meanings again, and those songs and all those stories.
Es triste en nuestros países que cada día están muriendo muchas lenguas, porque en nuestros países no le dan atención. El indígena está siempre en lo último del escalón.
He's saying how it's sad, really, for all of our countries, down south, because a lot of these native communities, because it's not just us, there's all throughout the world, really, all these native communities are losing their tongue, their native tongue. And so with that goes the culture, as we said, the tongue is the culture. And so, all these communities are disappearing, all these traditions are just going away, and it happens because usually the indigenous people are always kind of at the end of the priority list.
Yeah, so it's really about us making ourselves priorities, and our families and our communities priorities. And I think that we have come into an age that we have the ability to now voice our opinions and our needs, and really have the power to make change. And especially by our communities joining together.
Yeah. Correct.
It's a very powerful it's a very powerful thing. We have so many things that are affecting our communities as a whole.
Sí. Siempre las comunidades se pelean. Para hacer algo se unen para hacerse la guerra. Tiene que ser muy provechoso que algún momento se unan para hacer la paz, para construir algo juntas.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of times our communities may get together and unite, but a lot of times it's simply to unite against an opposing community. And so we just need to learn from all this and just really learn to unite as a whole against a common purpose, which, this is what we're doing.
Right.
And that's, I'm happy to be here for that.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming. So how, somebody is interested in getting more information, they've heard the call of the drum, and how do they get in contact with you?
Well, they can call me. I have my phone number, and We are practicing every Monday at 6:30 at the Bell Arts Center. It's off of Ventura Avenue. It used to be the Bell Mattress Factory, I believe. So
Okay.
it's a pretty known building, I guess. It's right off the avenue. And so like I said, we're there every Monday, 6:30. All we ask, as I think my dad had mentioned at the beginning, is that you come in with an open heart and just an open mind and willingness to learn. And the respect, mutual respect for everybody.
Correct.
Yeah, and just
You can hear the drum.
Yeah.
2 blocks.
and it's just if you could expand a little bit that this is a commitment. It's not this isn't performance. There is a commitment level.
Yeah, what's happened a lot of times with our communities is just, or our traditions, they become folklore. Or they're kind of a show and a performance, and it's all nice. But yeah, we are a formal group, and we ask that when people do come in with their open heart and willingness, is that they commit to it and that they realize that this is much more meaningful than just a dance troupe, as a lot of times we refer to. You come in and you learn not only dance, but we're going to teach about our traditions and our political problems that we're currently having and issues in the community that we need to help out with and organize our people on.
And there is no age.
No age,
young?
my boy
Lucky
started
Cuauhtemoc?
when he was in the womb.
Yeah.
And, we have the grandmas out there and the grandpas out there that are just giving it their all. My personal maestro is, I don't know. He said he was 63 since I was like 12, so it must be like 70-something now.
That's great.
So there's no age group, not at all.
And they
Anybody
go and
is
feel the
welcome.
energy.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to list your contact information on our bumper that's going to be coming up, and
Great.
hopefully you'll get lots of phone calls, and we want to make sure that you come back, and
We will.
want to invite you back, and we can maybe even go on location.
Great.
We'd like to see you. We'd
Love
like
to have
visit
you. We'd love to have you there.
That would be great.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to thank AIM,
Oh,
just
bless
for
him.
having
Yeah,
us and the
thank you.
opportunity to voice out what we think and just kind of introduce the group to the community. So thank you, and I look forward, like you said, to keep on working together.
Thank you.
Y que pueden contar con nosotros para lo que sea.
And we'd like to let everybody know that we are now on YouTube, and we are encouraging people to email us, aimsb@yahoo. It's aimsb@ymail.com. Please, give us your opinions on our shows. If you would like to be a guest on our show, any of that, we'd really like to hear from the community. Thank you so much.
One promise they kept. They promised to take all of our land, and they're doing it.